In this video, I'm going to be sharing how blogging can be a powerful tool for your art business. Through blogging, you can offer your audience a deeper glimpse into your identity as an artist, your brand essence, and essentially what drives your creative practice. As you may already know, establishing that know, like, and trust factor is absolutely crucial for boosting your chances of making sales. And while social media can help achieve this to some extent, it has its limitations. It often results in scattered and fleeting content, making it challenging to achieve and revisit your valuable insights. So in this video, I'm here to simplify the world of blogging for artists. I'm going to be sharing my top tips on effective blogging and throwing in some exciting topic ideas to kickstart your motivation and inspire your next blog post. For more videos on all things related to art business, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified every time I release a new video. I'm Martha and I worked in the contemporary art world for over a decade. I worked my way up in my career, working in contemporary art galleries in London, and became a gallery director. I now help artists based all over the world to create wildly successful art businesses. Before we dive into today's video, if you would like to work with me inside of my group program for artists that want to create more income from their art while having more freedom to create, you can click the link in the description below to apply to work with me. So let's get to today's video. Let's first explore why blogging is such a powerful marketing tool for artists. So imagine a potential art collector is searching for specific art styles, techniques, or themes and types into a search engine, abstract painting artists. Well, search engines like Google will display relevant websites on their results pages. So if you've written a blog post with the title, "The story behind my abstract painting," and use the keyword artist and your name, your website could appear in the results page for this particular art collector's query. So basically, by blogging, you become more discoverable to an audience who is ready to buy because they are specifically looking for artworks just like yours. Blogging also serves a purpose within your already existing audience, as it's another way to nurture your audience even more. So if there's a potential art buyer in your audience who's interested in commissioning you, having a blog post on your website that explains exactly what that process looks like allows them to gain a lot more information on how they might go about doing that than if you were to just post about it on Instagram. Now that you know the potential for blogging, let me share my top 3 tips along with some blog post ideas. So number 1, be strategic with your blog post title. Many artists make the mistake of using clever sounding titles for their blog posts, making it very difficult for any website visitors to find the information that they're looking for. Not only that, it makes it more difficult for these blog posts to rank high in Google because the likelihood of someone using those words when looking for more artist information or artworks is very low. So instead, your blog titles should give your audience and your website visitors an indication of what the blog post is actually about. So it should be clear and straight to the point. So some examples might be interview with, and then the magazine title in your blog title. It could also be as featured in this newspaper or online media, or it could be how to commission a painting. All of these examples would reflect exactly what the blog post is about, and it's going to allow your website visitors to find the information that they're looking for a lot more easily. Plus, it'll give your blog post a better chance to rank higher on Google searches related to your blog post content. Number 2, any blog post should be at least 300 words long. So without a doubt, the most popular question I get when it comes to blog posts is, how many words should my blog post be? Now, there's so much information out there on the internet, and while there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach, there is a big consensus in the SEO world revealing that a blog post should be at least 300 words long. And this is because anything shorter than that will get fewer points in Google search rank. But this doesn't mean that the more words, the more chances you'd have in showing up on the Google search results. There's so much more that goes into the Google algorithm than just that. The entire blog post must be optimized. It must be concise. Whenever you're creating content, always prioritize quality over quantity. I recently posted a blog post with my top 5 SEO tips for artists. You can find the link in the description below now if you want to read up about SEO. But overall, if you're thinking about utilizing blogging as a marketing tool in your art business, you want to keep in mind that blog posts have got to be long form. That's the whole point of having a blog. So you can't have a few half-baked sentences strung together. And while word count is important, ensure that your content is valuable, well organized, and easy to follow. Break up your text by using headings, bullet points, and images to keep readers engaged and make the reading experience enjoyable. Remember, the goal here is to provide depth and insight, not just to fill up space. Number 3, include a call to action. So just like any piece of marketing content, your blog post should always include a call to action at the end and even throughout the blog post. Your call to action could be anything from encouraging readers to explore more of your available artworks on your website to inviting them to sign up for your artist newsletter. And if you're promoting an upcoming exhibition or a launch, make sure to include that as well. This nudge gently guides your readers towards a deeper engagement with you. Remember, every blog post is an opportunity to create a meaningful connection and lead your audience towards further interaction with you. If you aren't sure what call to action to add in your blog post, you want to ask yourself these questions. What would I like a visitor to do after reading this blog post? And what is the main purpose for me writing this blog post? So these 2 questions will help you to come up with the most appropriate call to action to include somewhere in your blog post. And make sure that you guide them there. Also keep in mind that it can't be something added as an afterthought and completely irrelevant to that blog post. The call to action should make sense to the reader, so when they get to the bottom of the blog post, it's the next action that they are to take. And finally, here are a few top performing blog post ideas for you to get started with your blog today. The first one is the creative process behind one of your artworks. Take your audience through a journey through the conception, development, and execution of one of your recent artworks. You could be sharing a feature that you've been featured in. So this could be a blog post about your latest magazine feature, a newsletter, a newspaper, a feature, or an online platform. How to commission a sculpture. Take your audience through the exact process they would need to follow in order to commission an artwork from you. How florals inspire my art practice. So here you can replace florals by whatever it is that you gather inspiration from, such as nature or landscapes or building or music, etc. You could also use your blog as an art journal where you can share as much or as little as you'd like about your process, experimentation with new techniques and things like that. All right, so here are some blog post ideas for you. I do hope that these encourage you to start your blog, and don't forget to check out my blog post on my top SEO tips for artists. I do hope that you found this video helpful, as it was highly requested by many of you. And as a reminder, if you would like to work with me inside of my group program for artists that want to create more freedom from their art while having more freedom to create, you can click the link in the description below now to apply to work with me. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, do let me know by liking it, commenting down below, and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.